What's good, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. Y'all gonna have to work with me. I got this little ghetto stand hooked up, so hopefully the phone don't fall. I got it like propped up on something, so but I'm gonna just make it do what it do, right? So today, I'm doing this video to show y'all how I do my locks and 2-strand twists. I know a lot of us are dealing with the quarantine. We got loctician shops that's not open, or maybe you just want to save money. You know, as for me, I've been doing this method for this whole year. I haven't had a retwist since last year. I've been taking a break because I'm traveling. I go to some locticians and I feel like my retwists are super tight and my locks are thinning and stuff. So for me, if I can't go to the loctician I want to go to, I'll use this method and kind of maintain my locks in the meantime, right? So first off, I don't, as if y'all know, y'all watch my other videos, I'm not a big fan of products. For this 2-strand twist, I'm just using this aloe gel, right? And then if I feel my scalp is dry, I will hit my scalp up with this castor oil. The most important thing I use, usually I'll wash my locks. I'll do the 2-strand twist the same day after I wash my locks, but yesterday I washed my locks and I just didn't have enough time, so my locks are dry, right? So you don't want to be styling your locks when they're dry. You don't want to create friction on dry locks, right? Because you'll be ripping up your locks. So the most important thing I do before I get started is I damp my, I'll use a hot water. You can use rose water, whatever you want to use, right? I also get a towel and I soak my towel and I'll get my locks real damp, right? I have short locks. For y'all that have long locks, you can just dampen the locks of the sections that you're about to retwist. But I usually start off and I'll dampen all my locks, right? I'll hit my whole head, and by the time I get to the furthest part of my head, they'll be locked again, and any locks that I feel that are dry, before I do the retwist, I'll just moisturize those locks. So you want to make sure all your locks, you want to make sure the locks that you're touching are moisturized, right? So we got that out the way. Oh yeah, and I use rubber bands too. Some people say rubber bands tear your locks up. They probably do, but if I don't use rubber bands, at the end of my locks they'll become unraveled. So I'm using rubber bands. You don't have to use rubber bands though, right? Let me put a little bit of this aloe gel. I put the aloe gel on a little plate. And I put a little bit of castor oil, a little tiny bit of castor oil, and I'm just using my finger when I do this. So you want some bands, hair ties, whatever you call them, right? For me, I start on the back of my head. Some people may start on the front because they feel like they can, more organize it. I'm basically, all I'm doing is finding a lock in the back. If you don't have a mirror, you don't need one. You can use a mirror just to pick and make sure you didn't skip over a lock. But basically, you're just picking a lock, and you're picking a lock that's next to it or right above it. I don't know how y'all locks were started off as, but my locks were started off in rows. So basically, I'm just picking a lock that's next to the lock, and I'm just twisting them. Boom, I'm twisting them together, right? So this is what I usually do. I get all my locks together, right? I have all my locks together. I take my mirror, right? Hopefully y'all can see me too, because I can't see y'all. The camera is facing to me, but I can't see what y'all see. So hopefully I'm in the frame. But what I'm doing is, let me see. Here's a lock, and here's a lock. So I got 2 locks, right? I got this new growth going, right? So really, I don't need to see right now because I know I have 2 locks next to each other. And if your locks are started off different, just grab the lock that's next to it, or the one closest to it. And some of my locks are longer than the next lock, so sometimes I run into a problem and I can already feel it, I may have to pick another lock because I'll run out. One lock will be longer than the other one. But anyway, I get a little bit of aloe. You really can just use water. I'm just getting a little bit on my finger. And I'm touching this new growth and I'm twisting the new growth in. I'm not twisting super tight, you know, I'm not really tripping about that, right? I just want to put a little bit of new growth on there. Boom. And tell me, do y'all comment below and tell me, do y'all consider this a retwist? I'm really not considering this a retwist because I'm used to, when I go to the locticians, you know, they do the retwist, they put the clamps on and you sit underneath the dryer. I'm basically just, before I do the 2-strand twist, I am, you know, twisting some new growth on there, but when I do this, like say this whole, like I do this again next month, all that new growth, it don't be locked up. It just straight be new growth again. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I guess it's just a kind of like a, I don't know, a sloppy retwist maybe. But I got these 2, right? So my locks was started off clockwise. I don't know how y'all, some people I know, when they go to a loctician, they get counterclockwise. The next month, the next time they get retwist, they get clockwise, counter, they go back and forth. Mine are clockwise. So I'm turning, when I do this retwist, when I do this 2-strand twist, I'm turning one lock over the other one and twisting them. And while I'm doing it, I'm not twisting super aggressive. I'm just, you know, twisting what's comfortable, what's reasonable, right? I'm twisting those 2, boom. And I twist them to the end. One of my locks is longer than the other one, but I still gonna make it work. I take the rubber band, boom. I got one. Now I'm gonna find another one. Boom, boom. I'm going right next to the other ones. Hopefully y'all can see me. I'm going right next to the other one. Boom. I'm gonna get a little aloe. And I've been doing this for some time now, so I really don't need to even see. I don't need no mirror. But let me show y'all what I'm doing. I'm taking these 2 locks, boom, and I'm twisting them, boom. Boom. So I got those 2. Picking 2 more. These feel dry, so I'm gonna get my water bottle, right? My sprayer, spraying, hit it up a little bit, get it moisturized, get some aloe. I'm turning clockwise, right? And I'm taking it, boom. And I'm twisting them. One of those was longer than the other one. But don't trip. Things ain't gotta be perfect. You just doing a retwist. Some of my locks are super skinny. I may do 3 locks. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how I feel. I'm kind of just freestyling this. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, this will be a super long video if I show y'all everything I'm doing, but I'm gonna cut it now. If I don't add to the video, sometimes YouTube kicks my videos off if they're super long. I'm gonna post what my 2-strand looks after I'm finished on my IG. So you'll see a link on the bottom. If not, follow my IG. It'll be a link down. I'll put a link down there. But other than that, y'all, that's basically it. Hopefully this will save y'all some money, or just save y'all the trip of stress or whatever finding a loctician, because you can easily do this by yourself. You don't need nobody. All you need is really water, basically, and rubber bands if you want. But other than that, if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Like the video. If there's any other topics y'all want me to talk about, comment, shoot me a message or whatever. But other than that, y'all stay blessed. Peace.